Hey you guys, it's Peter, and welcome to my channel, Peter Likes Books. And I am participating in Dewey's 24-hour readathon. This is one of the readathons that I get recommended more than any other readathon that happens in the year. People are always like, you need to do Dewey's 24-hour readathon. And I literally thought that it was kind of like a readathon where you're like in a book 24 hours a day, and that's exactly what it is. So, let's get into this video, and I'm going to tell you what my TBR is for Dewey's 24-hour readathon. Now, I just went on their website a while ago, and I looked it up to find out what the start time is. You guys know I stay up very late, okay, in the evenings, and so I thought it would start at like 11:59. No. It starts, so everybody in the entire world starts at the same time, which I think is super cool. I love that idea, right? So I looked at my time zone, which is I am in Indiana. I live in Indiana. And my start time is Eastern Standard Time, so it is at 8 a.m. Now, I cannot tell you the last time that I have been up at 8 a.m., so I don't know. I'm going to have to set my alarm or something tomorrow morning because I want to be up like when this whole thing starts. So I'm either going to have to go to bed very, very early tonight or stay up very, very late. But I was kind of hoping that I could stay up. It's so nice here today that I can read outside, and I was like, I really hope it starts tonight so I can do it tonight. But anyway, I may do some reading out of my front porch anyway. So I have all of the books that I'm going to do for my TBR over here. Now, what is funny about this is that you guys will know a lot of these books, because these are books, if you watch my videos consistently, these are books that I have been reading for quite some time. So Dewey, I'm going to use Dewey's 24-hour readathon to catch up on a lot of the things that I've been reading. So you might ask yourself, well, where are you going to start? Well, let me tell you where I'm going to start, okay? So I have for a while now been doing this video tag called Read a Chapter tag or whatever, then you choose which book you're going to read after that, but I stopped. Like, I read one chapter of one book, and then I stopped. So, that is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to read a chapter of, well, I've already read a chapter from The Savage Song, but then I'm going to read a chapter from City of Bones, One of Us is Lying, The Raven Boys, and The Lightning Thief. So, those will be the first 5 books that I read. Not all of them, just a chapter from each. So see, this is perfect for that, right? So those are going to be the first ones that I read. And then I'm going to go in, I have a secret additional 2 books at the end. I mean, I always think I can read 15 books in a day, don't you? So the next one is, I have been slowly reading Inward by Young Pueblo. It is a book of prose and poetry, and, you know, prose is poetry. But anyway, and I love this, but it's very, very short, and if I sat down and just, like, finished it, I could finish it. I'm, like, at the very last part, where it talks about love. Is that it? Understanding? No. So love is before that. Oh, self-love. Here it is. So I am on page currently 122. So, I mean, I could realistically, and the whole book is only 213 pages. So I could, I mean, that's 100 pages. I could finish that. I mean, and it's like this. So there's my next book that I'm reading. Okay. Now, the next couple books that I'm going to read, one of them I may be able to finish, but the rest I don't think that I'll be able to finish. And the first one is The Invention of Hugo Cabret by Brian Selznick. I have been reading this book forever now. I'm almost halfway through with it. But it's a really fast read because most of it is like pictures like this. Aren't they so pretty? Thumbnail. Okay, so anyway, but I mean, a lot of it is writing, but a lot of it isn't, and so I may be able to finish this if I just like sit and just read an hour straight of it or something, and since I have 24 hours, I might be able to finish it. So that's the first one. Then I am also reading this graphic novel, which I would only recommend for those that are 18 and older, and it is Sex Criminals Volume 1 by Matt Fraction and Chip Zdarsky. Okay, this is fantastic for my very first graphic novel ever. It is so funny. It's a story about these two, and I don't really want to say more about it than that, but they freeze time when they're intimate. I'm trying to be like, okay. So then they go and they rob banks. And anyway, but it goes in at the beginning and it tells their backstory and how they found out that this was the case and all this kind of stuff. But it is for mature audiences. I mean, there's some nudity in there, not a lot. It's just more of like the storyline of it, you know? So anyway, I'm like more than half of the way through that. And I'll probably finish that this weekend. I am enjoying reading it. It's a good story. And then the next 2 that I'm trying to finish up are Liam O'Yarity's The Husband's Secret. I'm like probably a fifth of the way through this. I read this when I was in Miami and just kind of stopped when I got back, so I'm going to try to get further into this. And then the manga Orange Volume 1, I am loving this book, okay? But I just don't find a lot of time to read it. So I really want to get, like, and this is the purpose of this readathon for me is to kind of just really get, like, saturated into these books. That even makes sense. But really get into these books and get excited about them and what I'm going to read and all that kind of stuff. So, or what I want to continue reading going forward. So then I have 2 other books that are very, very short, and I just kind of want to start it and get into it. If I finish it in 24 hours because they are so short, then that would be great, wouldn't it? Because this also coincides with the end of April. And so I need to basically have as many books on my April, you know, wrap up as possible for my Goodreads. Do you guys follow me on Goodreads? Well, you should if you don't, because I love the Goodreads over there. But anyway, what was I going to say? So yeah, but, you know, I'm doing the challenge and I'm behind on my Goodreads challenge, so I need as many books as possible. But, okay, the other thing, so, I'm like stuttering over my words. Okay, so the next book that I picked was Witch's Sister by Phyllis Reynolds Naylor. Now, these are books that I read when I was a little kid. I was like in 3rd grade. I read Witch's Sister, Witch's Water, and The Witch Herself. There are now 7 books in the series. I have all of them over there. I bought them from Thrift Books, and they had every single one of them. And I bought them, and they're very, very short middle grade books. 149 pages. So I'm going to see if I can at least get one of these done because I want to read this whole series in the next month or 2. And then the next book that I brought out was, now y'all know that I'm obsessed with these little books like this, these little like teenagey books from back in the day, like in the 80s. I am obsessed with those books. So I got Christopher Pike, See You Later, A Story of Love and Hate Beyond Time. He fell in love with the right girl at the wrong time. Have you guys ever read these? These are so great. I have like the R.L. Stine ones. I have so many of these. The Diane O ones. I have so many of these. I love them. So anyway, those are the books that I am going to be reading for my Dewey's 24-hour readathon. But I'm also going to pick an audiobook and probably one that's very short because part of the day of Saturday going into Sunday, I have to drive around. Y'all know I have a vlog on another channel where I drive around and I vlog. So I want to have an audiobook that I'm listening to. Right now, I am finishing up, what's it called? Behind Her Eyes by Sarah P. something, you know what I'm talking about? It's a good book. It is a really good mystery. It is crazy. I cannot figure out what is going on. But anyway, but if I only have like an hour and a half left of that, so if I finish that, then I'm going to pick another really short book to read for Dewey's 24-hour readathon, because for me, I do consider audiobooks reading. I know a lot of people don't, but why do we have to like split hairs over stuff like that? Why can't we just enjoy what we want to enjoy, right? So anyway, so I always throw at least one audiobook into my readathon. I think I'm going to try to count pages because that's what they do is they like count how many pages you've actually read. So that will be the difficult part, that I'll have to plan all this ahead and see where I started and see how much I get, and then I will let you guys know. I'll do a wrap up and let you know how many total pages I read at the end of it. What if I come on here and I'm like, I read 20 pages total? You guys are like, yeah, at the very last minute you sat down and pulled out some stupid book and read 20 minutes of it or 20 pages of it. And then on Sunday, if you guys are part of my book club, Peter's Book Club, I am doing the wrap up live stream at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, okay? On YouNow, the link is below, of My Sweet Audrina, which was the first book that we read. I already have up my review that has a lot of spoilers in it, so if you don't want it to be ruined for you, don't go watch the video. But please come into my live stream, and we're going to talk all about the book, and it'll be fun. So I have a full BookTube weekend coming up, and I am so excited about it. Are you guys doing Dewey's 24-hour readathon? This is my first time doing it. It's in April and in October, so if it goes well, I'll probably do it again. So leave in the comment section below what you guys think, if you guys are going to do it, what you think about all of my books. You guys are like, you never finish these books. Yes, I'll finish them. I'll definitely finish them all before BookTubeathon in July. So anyway, I love you guys, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.